It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
52, 93, 44, 44.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And now it's blocked.
That's our ball, baby. That's our ball.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Forced out to his, and right away he lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now Joe Mixon. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
368. Here we go, can. Go.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First down, Jets.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Lady, 52. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
My 52.
Get in the weight room.
6'6", pull it high.
From the 44, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is taken in at the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Dalton off play action. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, echo.
From the 50, it's Darnold. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Jets, 1st down.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. On second down, it's Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
To throw is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Darnold completes it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's hit on all 5. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Darnold now to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Hey, exit. Be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Mike 56. Mike.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
58, boy. 58. Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Darnold now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. Switch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mixon. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you. Shit.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. That's going to be caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good, and they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Dalton now to pass. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 12, Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Take right. They go 368. Hey, seam 6.
Third down from the gun. Dalton escaping the pressure right. And able to find Green. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Check.
Regular.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. That's caught at the 3. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here's Darnold looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Brings up 2nd and 3. Let's go. The 45-yard line.
They'll go again with Bell. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Jets, first down.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Completes it to McGuire out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, that is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So Dalton now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Only 2 on the screen pass here, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A third-quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Heads up. Lee. Black spot 4. Oh, you got deep?
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Avery Williamson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at the 15. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Check 52, come on. Check 52, come on. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold completes to Bell, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Darnold, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Jets have once again taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Regular. Hey, high 7.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Mixon on the counter. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey.
Now Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Single. 368.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. Flush to his right. He's got his man. Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. You know, the best game of quarterback Andy Dalton's career arguably came against these Jets. He threw 5 touchdown passes and a 49-9 shellacking of Gang Green back in 2013. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Big L 368. Hey, wahoo!
Another try after the 1st down sack. Dalton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Hey, Charlie.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Brought in here by Tyler Eifert.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Hey, Haywood!
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54. Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Dalton wants to throw, and this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I got it.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Here goes 368. Let him know. Let him know. Bravo. Let him know. Let him know. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Here goes Can. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Bell. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half.